Hey gang, Pastor Jerry here. Monday morning, just dropped my kids off at school early. I'm early. I got a meeting, but now I got to sit in the car. And it's 7:22 Pacific Standard Time. And hey Siobhan. And so, hey Tracy. Anyway, I'm sitting here thinking about life. And my wife taught yesterday about, gosh, she taught about being in the wilderness with Jesus and talked about how the enemy will come against you when you're weak and when you're tired. And unfortunately, many times as Christians, we think that either we're not doing something right or God isn't doing something right. Hey T, if things aren't going our way. And I think that is one of the biggest lies the enemy puts in our heads, because everything won't always go our way. And if you look at the life of Jesus, if you look at the fact that he was almost fatherless as far as his dad, Joseph, because, back in that day, they just didn't want to have kids who were out of wedlock and didn't have a dad. And then you look at the fact of all the things that he went through during his 3-year ministry. You look at the fact that when he was walking, now watch this. When Jesus was at the highest point of his ministry, everyone turned his back on him. And then people lied on him, and people want him to be there, and then he wasn't there, and then they weren't there for him. And so at the height of where he was, and in the center of God's will, everyone left him. And we think many times that success is what other people do for us and to us. But success as a Christian is being in the center of God's will, no matter who's on your side. And so everything won't always go the way we think it's going to go, because maybe we have our values somewhere else. And the issue is, you've got to find out, as a Christian, as a man or woman of God, what is the win for God? Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it because you'll have the applause of the world? Is it because you'll have the applause of your wife or your husband or your kids or your friends or your family? We've got to learn that when we're doing God's will, many people won't be, or I should say everyone won't always be in our corner. And so when I say everything won't always go our way, maybe that's a good thing. Because then we'll really begin to search out why we do what we do, and to make sure that we're truly obeying God. Because if we're not obeying God, then what's the point of being a Christian? Because the whole point of being a Christian is that you submit your will to Christ, you submit your life to Christ, and you allow God to be the the center of your life. And so I want to challenge us this Monday morning, Monday Fun Day. is just to make sure that we understand that our mental makeup is not about we want everything to go our way, because sometimes it won't. I mean, when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane days before they were going to crucify him, he asked his Father 3 separate times, Father, if there's any way that you can take this cup of suffering from me, please do it. He asked his Father 3 times, and his Father said no 3 times. And we can't get mad at Jesus, because when you see how he was crucified, you wouldn't want to go through that. But by the same token too, God always sees the big picture. He always sees the big picture. And even though we may not like what we're going through at the time, we know that God sees the big picture. So in that moment of the feeling of nothing is going my way, everything I'm doing right now sucks, like I've always said, you've got to embrace the suck and say, Lord, not my will, but your will be done. And the key here is making sure that you aren't causing the pain in your life. The pain comes from you dying to self, and you living your life so holy that the enemy, that Satan is throwing things at you. And then when Satan throws things at you, know that the Bible says that we count it all joy. Hey, Alicia, tell Bob and Cherry hi, please. Tell them that we miss them a ton. and tell them that we love them. And so, anyway, that's my morning spiel. I want you all to just to have a mindset this week that everything won't always go your way according to what you think. And again, I'll just reiterate and summarize. We've got to get our minds as Christians off of the mindset of if I'm not happy, then I am in sin, or if I'm not happy, God isn't on my side, because happiness is determined externally and peace is determined internally. And all that simply means is making sure that you are driven by what is inside you, not by what's outside you. All right, that's it. Suck up the suck. I'm glad my name is not Hover. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. Have a great week. Have a great day. And just continually walk in the blessings of the Lord. And we'll see y'all soon. Yes, he must become greater. I must become less. That's good, Alicia. That's good. All right, y'all. Have a great week. God bless you all. And we'll see y'all again soon. Bye-bye. I'm going to go get the kids, I guess. No, I'm going to go to my meeting. See ya.